Where's the baby? Are you sleepy? Are you sleepy too? Sweet girl. Hey girl. Want some lunch? Good girl. What's up? My name's Leah. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another video. So apologies for the lack of a mic. Right now we are in the process of moving across the country. So this is going to be a moving vlog. Today is day 2 of the move. We're currently in Montana and we're going from Idaho all the way to Iowa. So yesterday we went from Idaho to like halfway through Montana. It was not very eventful. It was like 7 hours of driving through a whole lot of not much, but it was good. The most eventful thing that happened is that there was a big log truck in front of us that blew a tire. But other than that, it's been super chill. We've got my husband's with me and my cat, Nellie, who is currently munching in the backseat on her food. And then my dad and a 15-foot U-Haul. And then my car. So we're just basically caravanning across country, and I'm going to take you along with me this week. And we're just going to see how it goes. This might be a little bit of a shorter vlog, a little bit different than what I usually do.
Honey, you've got a big storm coming.
But I think I'm going to do some reading in the car, so I'm going to take you along with me. So with that, let's get back to the road trip. Nellie Belly, are you in your cave? How did you get in there with your little blankie? You're so silly. Great, sweetie. Nellie's in full cave mode. And Dad's in the back of the U-Haul. How you doing? You dying? Hi, Dad. Hi, Beach. morning, my sweet petunias. We are in South Dakota, and we got to South Dakota last night. We went through all the way through Montana, and I really like South Dakota, actually. We're in the Black Hills, so we're in Rapid City. We're in Rapid City, and it's really pretty. It's a lot more like grassy than I thought it would be. It's very cool. It was a beautiful sunrise this morning. We got woken up at the crack of dawn by the cat because she had the zoomies, because she's been in the carrier a ton. So anyways, that's been a fun adventure, but it was a really good day yesterday. We have not had any snafus so far. It's been going really well. I have also been reading. I did a lot of reading yesterday. I read like half of a book. Nellie's here. She has the zoomies presently. But I read half of the Bach Monster. Yes, I did. And it's really good so far. I am really glad that I brought that graphic novel because we're following our main character, Penny, and she's actually like about to move in the story, and she like wants to go back to this lake one more time before she moves, because when she was a kid, like a few years ago, she fell in the lake and she was drowning because she didn't know how to swim yet, and she got saved by this cryptid creature called the Bach Monster, which is like the body of the Loch Ness Monster, like sea serpent kind of, and then it has the head of a chicken, and she really wants to like thank the creature and like say bye to it before she leaves, because she's a young kid. It's written for kids. I think she's probably like, I don't know, elementary school age or so. And so she like tells her friends that that's what she wants to do. And so they kind of devise this plan to like convince her mom to go on like one last camping trip and take the kids. And they're going to go and try and find this cryptid creature so that our main girl Penny can say bye to it before she like moves really far away with her mom, because her mom got a new job. So that's where we're at. And it's really, really cute. I like the cryptid element. Apparently this is going to be a series, and book 2 is supposed to be out in August, which is really good timing. And the second one is about, it's like a duck version of Moby Dick, and it looks really fun. So I think this series is called Cryptid Kids. So I'm not sure if the same kids are in book 2 or not, but basically in this one, they go and they find the Bach Monster. And then while they're like visiting the cryptid creature, the creature gets abducted by this submarine, and so there's this evil lady in this story who's like abducting different cryptid creatures in this world and then selling them off to rich people as pets, and she's got this like underground headquarters like underneath a lake, I think. And so she goes around with like her evil minion guys, and they abduct these different creatures using their submarines and stuff. And so the kids find like the headquarters because they get abducted by accident in the net when the evil lady abducts the Bach Monster. And so they get into her like whatever evil headquarters, and they basically like try and save all of the cryptids that are in cages there that she's trying to sell off to people. So anyways, it's really cute because there's a whole bunch of different like cryptid creatures, and the art is really colorful and pretty, and I really am enjoying it. And I think it's a really good book to read while you're moving because of the moving themes in here, but it's also just like a really quick read. So I'm really enjoying that, and I feel like I should be able to finish that by the end of this vlog. So that's kind of cool that I also get to read a book while we're moving. So that's kind of where I'm at, and I think today we're going to go and explore South Dakota a little bit before we leave. We're still going to be in South Dakota by the end of the day, but we'll be like close to the Iowa border by then. So I think we're going to try and go run around and see some stuff today, which I'm excited about. I think I might try and go to an indie bookstore. They have an indie bookstore in Rapid City called Mitzi's. It looks really cute. And I was looking at their Instagram last night, and I think that that would be a fun place to go to. It's like a small indie bookstore, but it looks like they have a lot of like cute stuff there. So I'm excited about that. And so I'm going to take you along with me today, and I will update you probably either later on tonight or early tomorrow morning. Hi, pretty girl. Oh, you're so pretty. Nelly Bell. Hi, my goose. Oh, you got the grumpy tail. Cutie. You're so cute. That is so cool. that circle. Mr. Grinch. It's Mr. Grinch. See some cool stuff. No kidding. Out the states you hear about, it's like, well, I don't want to live there, you know? Everybody wants to live in California because the weather's so nice. And it's like, well, okay, well, cost of living is really high. Stuff. We're taking the babies. That's awesome. Whoa.
The Higbee's kind of a tree like this. And this is big one.
That's cool.
Probably no more.
Way cool. Hey, sleepy girl. Oh, you got the little toes and the big purr. Hi, sweetie. Oh, just a good girl. Goes in your blankie. Hi, cutie patootie. Hello, my sweet petunias. Again, apology for the lack of a mic, but today is day 3 of our move, and today should be the last day. We should be getting to Iowa tonight. We got all the way through South Dakota yesterday, and then we are in Minnesota today, going from South Dakota all the way to Iowa through Minnesota. So that's the plan. We also went to a really fun little indie bookstore yesterday when we were leaving Rapid City, South Dakota, and it was called Mitzi's. We were in there for like just a little bit, but it was really cute. And while I was in there, I grabbed a copy of Dungeon Crawler Carl, and I've been reading this in the car. I'm like 150 pages in, and so far I'm really, really loving this. This is about a guy named Carl who basically gets kind of abducted by aliens in a way. Basically, aliens come to Earth and they kill everybody who's in any kind of like building or car or anything that has a roof over their head. They basically are immediately like evaporated. And then they open up these portals in the ground and people can go inside, and if you go into the like portal staircases into the ground, then you enter the world dungeon, and basically the aliens are like using anybody who's still alive on Earth who was like outside when the aliens like flattened everything, to be participants in this like intergalactic game show where people basically go into this underground dungeon in these tunnels, and they have to fight monsters and stuff through these different levels. And there's 18 levels, and the dungeon is set up kind of like Dante's Inferno, where it gets like smaller as you go down and the levels get like more intense and stuff. And so anyway, so our main guy Carl was outside because his ex-girlfriend's cat like jumped out the window in the night, and he was in Seattle. He's from Seattle, Washington, which I think is really cool because I'm also from Washington, so that was kind of fun. And he was outside trying to get his cat, and he's like in his ex-girlfriend's Crocs and a leather jacket and his boxers, like trying to get the cat. And then of course that's when the alien stuff hits, and so he ends up going into the dungeon to avoid frostbite because it's the middle of winter, and he just has to get out of the cold. And he is basically trying to like fight monsters barefoot in his underwear, trying to survive. And he and the cat end up basically like teaming up and becoming what is essentially called crawlers in this dungeon competition. So that's where I'm at. It's really, really good so far. There's a lot of really fun like action fight scenes and stuff, and I'm having a really good time with it. I think it could be like a 5-star for me potentially, and so I'm really excited to read more of this. I'm also still halfway through the graphic novel that I was reading yesterday, and I don't know if I'm going to read more of that today or not because I'm getting really into Dungeon Crawler Carl at the moment, but I'm really loving this, and I definitely see why all the girlies are talking about it. I definitely think that it's like worth the hype because it's very entertaining, and it's a great book to read on a 24-hour cross-country move. So I'm having a great time with this. We should be to Iowa tonight, and hopefully I'll get to show you like our new place and stuff, because we are renting a house in Iowa, so we have to move all of our stuff out of the U-Haul into the new place and start unpacking and setting up and all of that. So we're going to be pretty busy, but I'll try to film what I can and update you when I've read something else. Mr. Soybean. And Nelly Belly is asleep. Shocker. Hello, welcome to another day of this reading vlog, and welcome to Iowa. We made it, obviously. Welcome to my new library setup in the new office. It's gray. The walls are gray. I have not really done anything with my bookshelf yet. I literally just unpacked the books and threw them up there because I needed the boxes to disperse. But I have a lot to tell you, and I have not updated this vlog for, honestly, I think it's been maybe like 2 weeks that we've been here. And so last time I saw you, I think we were almost to Iowa. And so whatever, we got to town, we got the keys, we got in, and then that's when shit started getting a little interesting. So here's the tale of woe. Are you ready for my war stories? Anyway, so we get to the house. The lady who is like the assistant to the landlord or whatever comes and like shows us the house and everything once we get the keys. And at this point, like, we've already signed the lease, right? Like, there's no backing out of this scenario. So she just wanted to show us around and stuff because we're renting a house. So it's a little different than like an apartment. There's like, more shit to see. And so she shows us the place and we walk in, and Mary, when I tell you the smell in this house, she was rank, she was dank, it was it was bad. And we knew before we got here that they like replaced the carpets and stuff, so we were moving in like a couple weeks later than we had originally intended to, and we knew like, okay, there's some stuff that needed to be fixed, but we thought it was kind of like handled. No. When I tell you we moved in and the house had a little bit of mold, a mouse problem in the kitchen cupboards, just stinky, needed to be cleaned, was not clean by any stretch of the imagination. The oven did not work. The dishwasher did not work. There was a leak in the bathroom. A mess. Anyways, so the last couple weeks we've been cleaning. Bleach has been my friend. We've had like a 3-front war on the mouse problem in the kitchen. We've been cleaning mold and just like bleaching the walls because it stank so bad. And then I've been repainting some of the walls, and like, this is a rental, right? So we're not trying to put like sweat equity in somebody else's house here, but we have to make it like livable for the next year. And so anyway, so we've had this whole endeavor, and I did not frankly want to bring you along because there's nothing aesthetic or cute or fun and fresh about having, a rental house that has mice in it after you've just driven like 2,000 miles across the country. But that is the reality. So the mice, at one point a week ago, we thought they were gone, and then they were not gone, and they got into the pantry and they were like eating the flour and stuff. Like, there was like stuff that had been chewed through, like bags of food, by the mice. And so we had to like go to the store and get stuff to put the flour in and things so the mice can't get it. And we've had to like do a lot of repairs ourselves. They have given us like some new appliances and stuff, but a lot of them more like cosmetic things and like the things to keep the mice out of the pantry and whatnot. We've been doing all those repairs ourselves. So that's been interesting. So it's been a time, but I think we're mostly unpacked now and we're mostly settled, and I have like an office space where I can film and everything. But yeah, I've still been posting a lot on YouTube because I've just had a lot of footage with Summerweed and everything, but it's been a minute since I've really filmed anything the last few weeks just because we've been so busy with the haunted house. Also, you want to hear something creepy? So sometimes when the AC is not on, we think that there's mice in the HVAC, like in the piping that goes to the vents under the floor, because you can hear like scratching. And our cat Nellie just sits by the vents and like stares down into the vents, and like she's just daring the mice to come up because she's down to play some whack-a-mole. It's been interesting. Our inside cat, I'm pretty sure she killed one mouse. I think she might have killed that one that got in the pantry. I didn't find a carcass or anything, but there was like blood on the floor. Anyways, it's just been a time, and it's better now, but it's still not like 100%. We got some appliances, new ones that the landlord got, but our stove still doesn't work, so I'm like holding off filming my second Summerween vlog because I really wanted to do like spooky baking in that video, and I don't have an oven that works. And anyways, it's been interesting. it's been a time, but we're kind of thinking about like after this lease is done, looking at buying our own house just because we're tired of having so many crusty rentals that have problems. But this place is like cool outside though. It's pretty private. It has a yard and stuff, but the inside, she was crusty with a capital C, I'll tell you that. So it's been fun and fresh, but we're starting to get it together now. But that's why, sorry to be anticlimactic and not show like much of the, moving of boxes or like packing and unpacking or like cleaning or whatever, but I didn't think that you would want to come on the crusty journey I've been on. The mouse and mold journey has not been the funnest, but that's kind of where I'm at with the move. But I will say, in terms of reading, I have been reading a lot, and I did finish the graphic novel I was reading on the trip. So I finished The Bookish Monster, and I think I'm gonna give this a 3.5 stars. It was really good. I love the art, it's so beautiful, and I think the authors are a couple, like a gay couple, and they did an amazing job on this artwork. Like it really is just gorgeous, and I love the colors, and I like the friendship element in here. I like the little cryptids and stuff. It's very cute. It's very like aesthetic, and I really like the chicken monster too, Bessie. She was really cool, and all of that. But I think there were parts where, I mean, granted, it's for kids too, right? So sometimes the dialogue is a little like, silly, goofy, or maybe not, I don't know, maybe not like the focus. I think this is another example of like really cute graphic novel that is like primarily focused on the art more than the writing, if that makes sense. And one thing I did really appreciate though is that in the back of this book at the very end, the authors kind of talked about their process, which I thought was really fun. And they talked about like how they drew everything and how they made like some 3D models in Blender and like some like 3D animation software that I'm kind of familiar with, that they used like 3D models to look at, to reference when they were drawing pictures of like the rooms inside of these like submarines and stuff, because there's a lot of like boats and stuff in here, and it was really cool. They also showed like concept art for Bessie, the like Loch Ness Monster character, which I liked, and like the outfits and stuff for other characters, and they really talked about like how they made it together and like which author did which parts and everything. But even in the explanation at the end, you can tell that like the focus was on the art and making it like really beautifully made, which I really appreciated, but the focus wasn't as much on the writing, if that makes sense. But like this is the authors talking about their process, and they drew like themselves in the back and like how they made it and stuff. And I thought that was really fun and a really good touch for somebody who's like looking to get into making graphic novels. I think this little part, this little snippet at the back is really a good example of how they actually executed it. So I think that was fun. And I think there's also going to be a second one in this series, and I'm not sure if it's out yet. I kind of thought it was coming out this summer, but I'll put the cover up here. It has like a Moby Dick kind of play with the like the creature on it. It's like Moby Duck or something like that. So I think that one's set more in like the ocean, and this one's set more at like a lake, and so that's kind of fun. There's also like really good fun summer vibes in here with like camping and like hanging out at the lake and friendship bracelets and all that kind of stuff. It was really, really cute, and I appreciated that. So I really enjoyed that. And then I also have not really read too much more of Dungeon Crawler Carl, but I would like to read more of this tonight and give you kind of a final update on this vlog. I think I can get through like a pretty good chunk of this. I'm about halfway through right now, but whenever I sit down to read this, I can read like 200 pages in one sitting because it's just really, really good. So I'm still loving this, and I'm dying to read more of it. So that's kind of the plan for the moment. So I will update you when I've read something else. Ow. Hello, my sweet petunias. I definitely didn't just smack my claw clip on the shelf. Anyway, I'm here to wrap up this vlog, and I'm really excited to do so because I have been meaning to touch base with you on this vlog for a long time. So Dungeon Crawler Carl, I still have not read the end, shame on me, but I did read some more, and I think things I haven't talked to you about with this book, that I think are fun. So I really like all of the monsters in here that Carl and his cat Princess Donut are fighting. There's definitely some like nasty fun monsters. Towards the end, there's a scene that's really, really good. That's like a high action fight scene where Carl and some other folks that they've met in the game are fighting this giant ball of like interconnected pigs that are from like a different planet. And it's kind of weird because in this world there's like all these different planets and all these different creatures that live on different planets. And in the game world where Carl is fighting, and he basically has to fight, sometimes they're people, like stereotypes of people from Earth, where they combine them with monsters from other planets and make them into these like giant crazy monsters. And sometimes they're just straight up creatures from other planets that get pulled into the world. They get like pulled out of their world and thrown into the game. And that's what happened with this giant pig ball like swine thing. And it was crazy. It was like this giant ball of pigs was rolling around the room on a track, and you would get squished to death if you didn't find a way to like break up the giant pig ball and kill all the pigs. Anyways, it was crazy and it was so fun. I love that scene. And then another thing in here that's interesting is when Carl and Princess Donut are in the game, there's this narrator kind of, and it's like an AI narrator kind of, and the AI really has like a feet fetish, which is really weird. And Carl was barefoot when he came into the game, and so the AI and like the game itself and the like people who are watching, they don't want to give him shoes because they like watching him like kill stuff with his feet, like kick and stomp things to death. And so he's getting like bonus points every time that he like kicks things or like punches things. And it's kind of interesting. And Carl's like so pissed that he doesn't have shoes. And Princess Donut, the cat, is like, too bad, bro. Like, you have to go barefoot the whole time because people love that shit because everybody's got a foot fetish. Anyways, it's just fun. I love this book. It's so high action. It's so entertaining and like compulsively readable, and I'm really excited to continue with the series. I'm wondering how many books it's going to be. I really don't know. I know a new one just came out, and I don't know if it's like book 6 or 7 or what, but anyways, they keep getting bigger. So I've seen like the other ones in person, and they're just massive. It's unreal. Anyways, exciting stuff though. Also, I am wondering what's going to happen with like the political stuff in here. I still feel like I need to probably like read the second book to really start like wrapping my head around the intergalactic politics of this world. But basically there's some groups who are kind of like running the show, who I think there's one group in particular, I don't remember what the name of them is, but they go to other planets and like populate them with various different, with like one species for each planet, and then they let the species mature to a certain point, and then they come and like destroy the planet and take all of the resources and kill a bunch of people and shove other people into the like game world. And then the game that Carl is in is like televised, and everybody else in the galaxy can like watch the game of these people like trying to survive in the trenches of the like underground game world essentially. It's interesting, and I'm curious to see what's going to happen if like every single book in the series is just Carl going through all of the levels, which is what I think is probably going to happen. But I'm wondering what happens, at the end. Like, is he going to learn more about the politics as he goes and the different species from other planets? I don't know. I'm curious. I know there's one ruling group in here. They're called the Kuatin, that are like fish people, which I think is so strange that the fish people are like at the top of the food chain for all the species. But anyways, that's a thing. So the Kuatin are running the show. There's also this corporation that's in charge of like running the games on each planet and like is stealing all of the resources. Also, what are they doing with their resources? I don't know. There's a lot of unknown politics, and I'm kind of just along for the ride, but I'm really loving it. I really like Carl and Princess Donut as characters. They're very fun. They're very entertaining. Princess Donut is definitely like getting overly excited about being on TV, because as they progress through the game, they're getting more popular because it's unique for there to be like a talking cat in the game. Because originally Princess Donut obviously couldn't talk, she's from Earth, but she got this potion where it turned her into like an official princess, and she got like the ability to talk and got powers and stuff. And so now Carl having this talking cat is like attracting attention. And so every once in a while they get pulled out of the game into this other room with somebody who's like interviewing them, and they get put almost like on a talk show in front of a live audience kind of thing. And Princess Donut like loves the attention, loves the fame, like wants everybody to love her. And they're oh my gosh, one of the outside kitties is here. Sorry, he's peeking at me through the window. There's an orange cat. His name's MacGyver, who lives outside at our new rental house. I'll show you him in some future videos. He'll be in the next vlog. So stay tuned. Subscribe if you want to see MacGyver. He's a little orange cat, and he is like such a klutz and kind of like a ditzy little silly cat. But he hangs out outside and like talks to us. He's very friendly. But my cat hates his guts. Anyways, she doesn't like boys. But he's really cute. Anyway, he totally distracted me from my thoughts. But anyways, Carl is kind of like against going on the talk shows, and he knows that they need attention in order to like stay alive in the game, because if you're popular in the game, then you get these sponsors and they send you gifts that help you stay alive, and they send you like supplies and weapons and things that are really helpful. But he also is like, this is stupid, and he's like, I don't want to be famous, I don't want attention, like he's in survival mode, right? And Princess Donut is like, I want to be famous, like I'm awesome. Anyways, so there's just like kind of some tension there, and Carl is trying to kind of like go along with it, but he's like pissed at the whole situation that he's stuck in, and he's just fighting for his life, really, at the end of the day. So anyways, that's my update on this. I am really excited for doing some future vlogs in Iowa. We're finally getting like settled in, and I'll talk about that more in the next vlog. I've got a lot of fun fall videos planned that should be coming out soon. Hopefully, if you're seeing this, then that means I'm like back from my unplanned YouTube hiatus, and there's going to be more videos coming. So I'm really excited. So if you want to see some fall videos or more vlogs from me, make sure that you like and subscribe so you can see some more of my future stuff. I'm definitely going to be doing some more vlogs where I'm reading, and then also doing some crochet, because since we moved, I've been getting into crochet, hence the elephant in the room with the yarn behind me. But if you're into crafts and you're into books, then make sure that you stick around, because there's going to be some good new stuff coming soon. So if you made it to the end of this vlog, thank you so much. You're a peach. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see some more stuff. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in another video very soon. Bye!